there's imagination and there's intuition, and those two things are really, really related. It's almost like imagination opens the door to your intuition. It's Libby with Whisker Whispering and Lib's Animal Chats. I just wanted to make a video, just a short one today. And because I woke up this morning sort of laughing at myself because recently a few people, clients and a friend, have teased me about the fact that I seem to be, I often find myself, and they often notice, that I'm talking them out of coming to an animal communicator. I had one person say, "Are you trying to put yourself out of a job?" And it's kind of true. I guess I feel almost every time that I have a session with a human client and we communicate with their animal companion, that after we've had an exchange of some information and I've kind of tried to provide whatever insights I was receiving, and then there's usually a little discussion, I always find myself giving people a bit of a pep talk about that they actually are receiving a lot of the information that I received. And usually when I'm telling them what I'm getting, people start going, "Oh, yeah, I kind of knew that. It's kind of what I thought. I sort of suspected that, but I wasn't sure because I just thought I was making it up." And that's the real truth, is most humans who live with animals, we know how they're feeling. We suspect something's going on, even though we're not really getting the body language telling us it's going on. And so we doubt. But then if you go to an animal communicator and they kind of give you some information, a lot of people go, "Oh, well, that's exactly what I thought." So that's why I kind of get to where I'm telling people, "See, you know this, you know your animal better than I. I've never met your animal. We're doing this long distance. So who am I? I'm just a cuckoo bird who's just giving you some intuitive information that I'm just receiving, wispy stuff out of the air." And then people are like, "Oh, mm-hmm." And that's when I get into my pep talk. That's such a hard word to say. That's when I get into my pep talk and I say, "See, you are receiving information. Your animal is sending you energetic feelings, thoughts, little emotional things. You guys are usually way more connected than the human thinks." And the reason for that is, I think I read it somewhere, we humans, we get about 40,000 thoughts in a day. Just random thoughts about what we're reading, how we're feeling, what we're thinking. It's really hard to concentrate on, is that information I just got from my animal accurate, when you got all this other stuff going on in your monkey mind? So yes, I do sometimes seem to be talking myself out of work or telling people they don't need me, they don't need to come back to me. And again, it's not because I'm resistant to doing animal communication with more than one session with the same person and the same animal. It's just that I really do like to encourage people to trust their own intuition and to trust the information that they may be receiving. And a lot of times that comes in with what you're imagining. And all the teachers that I've ever had in intuitive studies classes and animal communication classes have always said, there's imagination and there's intuition, and those two things are really, really related. It's almost like imagination opens the door to your intuition. And where I see that with animal communication is a lot of people talk about their animals, like we give them little voices. My husband and I do this all the time. We're like, "Oh," so I've got my cat Tess is sitting right here. It's like, "Well, Tess is, what she's thinking is blah, blah, blah." And then my husband laughs, or he talks for our other cat, Charlotte, and he says, "That's how she feels." And I'm going, "Yeah." But the truth is, are we making that up? Or are we really receiving some intuitive information that we think is just our imagination. We think we're just making it up. And sometimes an animal communicator in a session with a client will go, oh boy, this sounds so crazy. I know this person's going to think I'm making it up. And then often when you tell the person what you're feeling or the sense that you're getting from this animal intuitively, it just seems like I feel like I have to say this to you, even though I don't want to know what it means. And the person will be like, yeah. Oh, I so get that. Oh, that's kind of how I hoped she felt, or that I hope that's what she was thinking, or I sort of thought that's what my dog was thinking. So that's why I often tell people, you don't need me. You really don't need me. If anything, you needed me to kind of let you know that what you are getting off of your animal and what you are getting from your animal is probably more on track than you think. So I'm on a ramble-bamble today. I think I just made up that term. It's my new favorite. But I just wanted to communicate a little bit with humans about how they communicate with their own animals. Okay, so there you go.